Hello everyone, this is Sai Modeler with another gunpla review. This time, we will talk about the special limited kits to celebrate the 40th Gunpla anniversary and the launch of 1/1 scale moving Gundam at Yokohama, which will be planned around the end of 2020. This is the review of 1100 and 1144 RX-78F00 Gundam. In this video, I will talk about several aspects of the kits, such as the aesthetics, articulation, accessories, and gimmicks. In the end, I hope the review will assist you to decide whether you want to buy the kits or not. Or in case if you want to buy one of them, you can decide which one do you prefer the most. These two kits were originally planned to be sold as Gundam Factory Yokohama or GFY exclusive, and due to the delay of opening the facility, Bandai eventually released the first batch of the kits as Bandai exclusive in September 2020. The 1/100 scale was sold with the original price of 3,960 yen, while the 1/144 scale has cheaper price tag at 2,750 yen. The 1/144 F00 Gundam also comes with a replica of Gundam dog as part of the kit. Another important point to be noticed is, these two are basically no-grade kits, so despite the scale, they are not master grade or high-grade kits. Let us start with the packages first. The 1/100 comes with a total of 11 runners, which looks like a typical high-grade or ribbon 100 kit usually has, with one polycap runner and a big sticker seal sheet. It also comes with a bunch of marking stickers, like you usually see on high-grade Gundam the origin line. Similar with the 1/100 scale, the 1/144 scale version also comes with 11 runners, another big sticker seals, and a tiny marking sticker sheet. Anyway, take notice that only 4 of these runners will be used for the Gundam model itself, while the remaining 7 will make the Gundam dogs. The construction of these kits was basically similar with a typical no-grade kits. For 1/100 version in particular, the part assembly was quite interesting. For example, the eyes of 1/100 used plastic part instead of sticker seal. The shoulder, waist, and leg connection to the torso all uses peg joint like a typical master grade kit. There is also an interesting gimmick on the legs which will be shown later. And speaking of stickers, there were lots and lots of them for this 1/100, especially if you don't paint the kit. On the other hand, the assembly for the 1/144 version was much simpler and quite boring, to be honest. It also comes with fewer stickers, so you can build it quite fast. In contrary with 1/100 version, the 1/144 eyes use clear part with stickers over it, like a typical high-grade kit. It also uses ball joint to connect the shoulders and waist to the torso, except for the legs which uses peg joints. And this is how the kits look like after the assembly, with all panel linings and stickers applied to them. As you can see, the number of details and panel lines on both kits are ridiculous. This is by far the most detailed no-grade gunpla ever released by Bandai. You may spot it from the first sight that the 1/100 has much more details and color separation than the 1/144 version. The bad news is, all gray and brown part of 1/100 version were all stickers. All of them. Fortunately, these stickers were actually pretty good, and one may probably mistake it for a real plastic just by looking at the kit. The 1/100 version also has more markings throughout its body, while the 1/144 has markings on its shoulders only. The red and green parts on the shoulders and knees of both kits are also stickers. Another thing to notice, both kits miss the light blue color scheme on the chest part, like the one shown on the actual 1/1 scale Gundam. Other than that, you can also see that the 1/144 misses several details compared to the 1/100. For example, the inner part of elbow and shoulder joints, and the inner side of the shoulders. In summary, while both kits possess high amount of details, the out-of-the-box build of 1/100 version is much better than the 1/144 version. The 1/100 also gives you more option whether using the stickers or just painting the gray parts, while on the 1/144 you only have one option: paint them to match the color accuracy of the actual 1/1 scale Gundam. Now, let's see the articulation. Despite being no great kits, both 1/100 and 1/144 have pretty good articulation. Let's start with the 1/100 version first. As you see, the head of 1/100 articulates well. The shoulder and arm could be lifted quite high. However, despite having double jointed elbow, the arm could only bend around 120 degrees. Also, only the lower forearm could rotate on its axis, while the upper one is fixed. One special gimmick of 1/100 is you can lift the front shoulder armor upward, and this could not be done with the 1/144. The torso of 1/100 could rotate 360 degrees, and it could move up, move down, and tilt to the left and right just a little bit. Each front skirt could move individually, and the knee could bend this much. Here, you can see another special gimmick of 1/100 version. The thigh has sliding armor mechanism whenever you bend the knee. Both legs could also split up like this. The back skirts were one piece and could move up and down. The feet could bend this far, and you can lift the leg this far. The good articulation of 1/100 version enables it to perform kneeling position without any problem. And finally, the thrusters on the backpack could also move up and down like this. On the other hand, the 1/144 scale F00 Gundam has much simpler articulation gimmicks compared to its big brother. While the head could do basic articulation like the 1/100 does, the shoulder could only be lifted this high because of limitation of the ball joint. Similar with 1/100 version, the 1/144 also has double jointed elbow, but the arm could only bend around 120 degrees. Furthermore, the arm could not rotate on its axis, and you cannot move the front shoulder armor upward like 1/100 version. The torso of 1/144 has slightly better articulation, where it could do crunch abs deeper than the 1/100, and of course, it could do 360 degree rotation. The front skirts of this kit are actually one piece, but I cut them in the middle to allow individual articulation for each skirt. Similar with the 1/100, the leg unit has pretty good articulation, and the knee could bend this far. However, this time, there is no sliding armor gimmick on the thigh. The thruster on the backpack of 1/144 version could not articulate like the 1/100. And finally, this kit also could do kneeling pose without much problem. So in summary, we can say that while both Gundams has pretty good articulation, the 1/100 version is the better kit with more gimmicks and range of movements compared to the 1/144. Both kits basically have identical accessories. Either 1/100 or 1/144 comes with 2 sets of clenched hand, 2 sets of open hand, and a right trigger hand. For weapons, there are a beam rifle and a pair of beam sabers with the effects. Finally, they come with a Gundam shield, which could be attached on the arm by removing this part, or you can just attach the shield on the backpack. The 1100 also comes with an action-based adapter, while for 1144, you can attach the action base directly to the crotch. As you may already know, these kits come with a special stand related to the Gundam Factory Yokohama. The 1100 comes with a stand which looks like a pedestal where you can attach the Gundam on it by removing the cover on the waist part. Now, you can make the Gundam poses like it's being tested at the facility. What makes this stand special is that you can attach the shield and beam rifle on it. You can also store the spare parts such as the hands or action-based adapter underneath the base. The 1144 on the other hand comes with a replica of G-Dock, where the maintenance works were done for the Gundam. The G-Dock also includes a pedestal base which looks similar with the one with 1100 version. This is where more than half of total runners and stickers of 1144 version went to. In contrast to the 1100 version, you cannot put anything on this pedestal base. By the way, this base allows you to choose between 3 locations to connect the Gundam. If you choose the lowest one, for example, you can pose the Gundam like it's being tested in kneeling position. The pedestal base then could be placed on a rail of G-Dock and you can slide it in or out of the cage. And finally, just fold these 2 decks in front of the Gundam and you're done with it. So those are the accessories and the additional features of 1100 and 1144 RX-78F00 Gundam. You may have already noticed by now that 1100 version is focused more on the Gundam model itself with all details, articulation, gimmicks, and accessories. The stand base was quite simple, but it is sufficient enough to get the job done. So if you care more for the Gundam model itself, the 1100 version is a good choice. I didn't say the 1144 version is bad. It is by that still one of the most detailed no-grade kits I've ever seen. It is just inferior compared to the 1100 in terms of Gundam model design. The G-Dock itself is quite nice, and you can also use it with another 1144 kit. So if you are interested with the G-Dock as much as the Gundam itself, the 1144 version might be better for you. For verdict, the 1100 and 1144 RX-78F00 Gundam are basically good kits. They both have a ridiculous amount of details for their respective scale. Some people may complain about the scramble-looking panel lines or the heavy use of stickers, but you know, sometimes it is better for being different. There were so many RX-78 series were released by Bandai in the last 1 year. Each one has their own traits and characteristics, including these 2. And don't forget, they are no-grade kits. So with all the details, articulation, gimmicks, and accessories, they are basically among the best no-grade kits ever released by Bandai. Unfortunately though, these are limited kits and hard to get. So whether you buy them or not, the choice is all yours. So that's all the review for both 1100 and 1144 RX-78 F00 Gundam. If you have any opinions, just give a comment below and subscribe. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again on the next gunpla video.